Welcome into oddshark.com as we get you set for the two high holy days on the sports gambling calendar, the first 2 days of the NCAA tournament. I'm Nick Kostos of SiriusXM and Bleacher Report, and I am joined alongside Maddie Simo of oddshark.com. Maddie, what's going on today, my friend? Are you as excited as I am for the festivities about to unfold?
You know, most of the time I am, but as you can see, my Syracuse orange, I don't know. It's one of those years where I'm not too excited about the tournament, man. So I've just been kind of buried in the trends and trying to get this information out to people. But I think tomorrow I'll have a little chance to sit back, relax, watch some games, and I'll get the spirit back in me.
So we are going to provide you with tons of information from oddshark.com as well as 3 best bets for the upcoming first round of the NCAA tournament. Best bet number 1 from yours truly. I will be taking the Utah Utes laying 7 points against Stephen F. Austin. Quick rationale for that pick. Everyone and their mother likes Stephen F. Austin. You can't turn on ESPN or go on Twitter without someone telling you Stephen F. Austin is the upset pick. I'm going to not walk but run in the either direction towards Utah, undervalued coming from the Pac-12. I love the player, right? Stifling defense from the Utes. Best bet number 1, Maddie, the Utah Utes laying 7 points against Stephen F. Austin. What trends do you have for us from this 5-12 matchup?
Well, I mean, you might not like them because they favor Stephen F. Austin, but the Utes were upset by Arizona as a number 5 seed back in 2008, and they're 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games as a favorite, losing 4 times. Now, that said, I tend to agree with you here. I mean, Stephen F. Austin had a nice run last year, winning their first game, but the odds of doing that 2 years in a row, especially against a pretty solid Utah team, I mean, I'm not seeing it either, so I'm with you there.
Best bet number 2. The Kentucky Wildcats, the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, undefeated at 34-0. I've seen them as low as 32-point favorites against the 16-seed Hampton. I've seen them as high as 34 points against the 16-seed Hampton. Doesn't make a difference to me. Maddie, I will be taking the Kentucky Wildcats laying the points to cover the spread. Reason why? I think the reason you get from people scared to take the big favorites in the opening rounds is what happens. They jump out to an early lead, maybe pull the starters. The thing with Kentucky is that their 5 backups could probably beat the vast majority of teams in the NCAA tournament, so you'll see no dip-off in quality of play. Hampton basically won their NCAA title by winning the play-in game, so I will take Kentucky laying the points to take out Hampton. What do you have for us on this game, Maddie? Kentucky against Hampton.
Well, yeah, I mean, the trends, you got the perfect record, obviously, with Kentucky. And, I believe the Wildcats are 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. They've really started to peak. But Hampton, I don't think, has 5 guys on the bench. I mean, they have 5 players that are going to play. They're going to suit up. 2 of their best players are dealing with ankle injuries, may not even play. You take them out of the equation, and I don't know. It looks like a glorified scrimmage to me where Kentucky can just basically name their score and cover if they want, but I think they just roll them here as well.
Best bet number 3, I will take the UCLA Bruins to not just cover plus 3.5 points against Larry Brown and SMU, but to win this game outright. Everyone loves SMU, people up in arms over UCLA making the tournament, and I know the Bruins struggled down the stretch, but this is a talented team under Coach Steve Alford. His son Bryce bombs it from 3-point range. I think SMU way overvalued here, and I think that most people will see SMU only 3.5-point favorites and take the Mustangs. I will go the other way, Maddie, and I'll take UCLA to win and to cover. What do you have for us on this game between UCLA and SMU?
Well, the number 1 trend on this game actually, helps your pick out quite a bit from oddshark.com, and that's that the Bruins have covered 5 straight games as underdogs. So you got that, plus the public perception. I agree with you with UCLA. Oklahoma State's another team. A lot of people tend to look at current form of a team or whether they belong in or out of the tournament. What you'll see a lot of times is a team that is on the bubble and gets in and people have a lot of problem with them. They end up really playing well and surprising people and end up going to the next round. So, I mean, I'm with you there as well. I mean, it sounds like you've got 3 great picks. So, Nick, all that being said, forget the Final Four. Who's your national champion? Who did you bet to win it all this year?
Maddie, I am locked in to the Wisconsin Badgers at 6-1 to win the national championship. I'm staying away from Kentucky. I just think it hasn't been done since 1976, and I think Wisconsin is the team to get it done. Kaminsky can take it inside or outside. I will take the Badgers on Wisconsin at 6-1 to win the national championship.
Yeah, they almost beat Kentucky last year. I had a ticket at 50-1 on Wisconsin last year. I had hedged so many different ways. I think I had every single team in the last 8 except for UConn. And John Bovenizer, our wonderful producer on this video, I think he had a bet on UConn. But then I also threw it back in his face when I bet Kentucky at 12-1 on April 25th, the day that the Harrison twins announced that they were going to go back to Kentucky for another year. I actually bet on my mobile app. As soon as I heard the news, I jumped on there and bet it. He was making fun of me. And at this point, you're looking at Kentucky about even money, maybe a little better, a little higher than that. But I'm hoping Kentucky at this point and just riding them all the rest of the way.
I absolutely can't wait for the NCAA tournament, and you absolutely are not doing it right unless you are visiting oddshark.com each and every day throughout the tournament. Has all the information that you need to gamble properly and correctly on the NCAA tournament. Matchups, trends, write-ups, everything you need. Find it at oddshark.com. For Maddie Simo, I'm Nick Costos. Good night and good luck.